Hi, everyone. Thank you again for joining me today. If you missed our Zoom club meeting, I do want to give a shout out for all of those that were able to come today for our book club meeting. We had 16 students come, and I think I was talking to Miss B, that was the biggest group that we've had so far. So we love to see you, and thank you so much for coming. So we're going to read the middle of chapter 5, The Ring of Fire. I'm going to read, it's only 2 pages long today, so not very long. We're going to read one about the dinosaurs and what may have caused their extinction. And the next one we're going to read is about a super volcano underground in a national park. So our first one is called Disaster at Chicxulub. And Chicxulub is a town in Mexico. So if you can see here, there is a picture of the dinosaurs and some destruction behind. So let's read about what happened in the town of Chicxulub. 65 million years ago, an asteroid crashed off the coast of Mexico in what is now the village of Chicxulub. The asteroid made a crater over 100 miles wide. Heat and flames from the asteroid started terrible fires. They burned from Mexico into what is now the United States. Dust and smoke clogged the air. Temperatures all over the world dropped. Plants and animals died by the millions. So we talked about this in the previous chapter, that volcanic eruptions, some that are very large, can sometimes cause the climate to change around the world. And that's what this asteroid did as well. The fires and the smoke rose up into the air and it covered the sun, which caused the temperatures to drop everywhere around the world. So that's how large this crash was and how large this asteroid was that crashed into this town. The impact of the asteroid also created terrible tsunamis that hit coasts from Haiti to Florida. At about this same time, the dinosaurs became extinct. Today, many scientists wonder if this gigantic disaster caused the extinction. So, scientists are thinking that around the time when the asteroid crashed, that was when the dinosaurs became extinct. So they're trying to connect the two, and they're saying that it is possible that this crash of the asteroid caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. Wow. So there's that picture again. And there's all that smoke rising up into the air that caused the temperatures to drop everywhere. Now let's read about the beast under Yellowstone. So Yellowstone is the name of a national park in the state of Wyoming. And it is home, oh my goodness, Bella is going crazy in my house right now. It is home to many different kinds of animals, such as deer and elk, which are like larger deer, and bison, different kinds of bears. And a lot of those animals, there aren't a lot of left. Some of them are even endangered. An animal that is endangered means that there's not a lot of those kinds of animals left. So these animals live in Yellowstone National Park, and they're pretty safe there. People can come and visit the park, but they're not allowed to explore everywhere around it. Now, this park is humongous, so the animals have a lot of area to live in. But it's extremely cool because you can go and visit these animals. My family and I went years ago, and we drove along this road, and just along the sides, you could just see these bison. And I'll attach a picture of them. And they are huge animals. Now, you don't want to go near them because they can be dangerous, but it was just so cool to see these animals super close to us. Now, also in Yellowstone, there's a secret. There's actually a volcano underneath the ground in this national park. So let's read about it and what some of the volcanic activity, what it's creating. Every day, tourists in Yellowstone National Park watch plumes of hot water shoot out of the ground high into the air. These are called geysers, and they come from underground volcanic activity. The world's largest active volcano lies under the park. Some scientists call it the beast because it's so huge. About 600,000 years ago, the volcano erupted in a monster explosion. Entire mountains blew away. Whole herds of animals died for hundreds of miles around. The volcano left a giant caldera, or huge bowl-shaped hole. It has filled in with grass and dirt. Today, most of the caldera lies under Yellowstone Lake. Scientists think this gigantic volcano will erupt again someday, and they aren't sure when. So here is a picture of a geyser. So it's caused by the underground volcanic activity and the pressure that it pushes up. Now, it's not pushing up the magma, so that's why lava isn't coming out. It's water. Bella, oh my goodness. Stop being so crazy. So, and it causes the water to shoot out of the air extremely high. Now, going back to the volcanic eruption, some of our friends were a little worried in our Zoom meeting that it's going to erupt and cause a massive explosion. Scientists, it's not going to erupt in our time. It erupted 600,000 years ago, and still scientists think that it's not going to erupt for a very long time. Scientists are constantly, or volcanologists more specifically, are watching this underground super volcano very closely. And most of them have gotten a lot of information on it. And they actually, scientists and volcanologists think they will know if this volcano is going to erupt again soon. So don't you worry. So I am also going to attach a video of showing this alive geyser that is exploding. And they actually named one of the geysers, it's called Old Faithful. And it's really popular because it explodes like this about every hour. So every hour of the day, it is exploding very high. And Shayna had asked if people have ever gotten hurt. Well, maybe a long time ago before they knew what was going to happen here. But now in the park, they have ropes all around that are far away from the geyser so people do not get hurt because the water that shoots out is extremely hot. So yes, you could get burnt, but that's why they have it roped off so people can't get in there. So I'm going to attach that cool video, and I'll show you some pictures of the bison that live there as well. So let me explain our question and activity for today. So this has to do with the dinosaurs. And I want you to tell me, what do you think it would be like if you lived with the dinosaurs long ago? So I want you to tell me 3 different things that you would do. I'm challenging you to write 3, not just 1. So the first thing here, it says, if I lived with the dinosaurs, it would be blank. So I want you to put an M&M word here. Probably an M&M word for good, like amazing or excellent or crazy. So what word would describe it being like with the dinosaurs? Then I have my sentence starters for your 3 things that you would do. One thing I would do with the dinosaurs is, so tell me one thing. Another thing I would do is, and the last thing I do is. Now you can change up these little sentence starters and say the first thing I do, the second thing, and the third thing. You guys are really great at creating those sentence starters, but I figured I'd give you at least this option in case you're not sure. So then I want you to draw your own dinosaur and give it a name. So a little bit of creativity here. The one thing I love about doing these videos and at home is we have a little bit more time to do some of these more fun activities that have to do with drawing. So, you know, I like to add those. So I want you to draw a dinosaur of your own, create one, and give it a name. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Remember to send me pictures of what you do. I have all your names in here in my Meow Hat. And remember, I add your name for every activity that you do. So this would count as 2 activities if you do the question and if you do the drawing of your dinosaur. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. All right. Thanks for joining me today. Bye, guys.